executed, right? So at time T1, only one job is executing. At time T2, only one job is to be executed, right? Likewise. And the profits PI are given, right? And these profits are gained by the corresponding jobs, right? It means if you completed the first job, then you will get the uh, profit P1, right? Likewise, for obtaining the feasible solution, right? Ultimately, our task is to get the feasible solution, right? So for obtaining the feasible solution, we should take care that the jobs get completed within their given deadlines, right? So all jobs has some profits and some deadlines, right? So to get the feasible solution, we have to follow some rules, right? So first rule is each job takes 1 unit of time, right? If second is if job starts before or at its deadline, profit is obtained, otherwise no profit, right? Deadline પછી જો કોઈ job પૂરી થશે, then you will not get any profit, right? Third rule that you have to follow to solve the job scheduling problem is goal is to schedule jobs to maximize the total profit, right? And next is consider all possible schedules and compute the minimum total time in the system, right? So here we have total n jobs to execute it. Each job takes a unique time, right? At any point of time, we can execute only one job, right? Profit, I earns all the jobs earn some profits, right? If and only if it executed before or on its deadline DI, otherwise no profit, right? And we have to find the optimal sequence of jobs such that our total profit is maximized, right? Now what is feasible job? Feasible job means a set of job is feasible if there exists at least one sequence that allows all the jobs in the set to be executed no later than their respective deadlines, right? So let us understand the job scheduling problem using one example, right? Now using greedy algorithm, you can find the feasible solution or optimal schedule for the given jobs, right? Consider you have total 6 jobs available. Just wait. Consider you have total 6 jobs available, right? Which you want to schedule, right? And profit associated with that 6 jobs are 15, 20, 10, 7, 5, and 3 respectively, and deadlines are 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3 respectively, right? So to find the solution for this 6 jobs using greedy algorithm, first step is sort the jobs in decreasing order of their profit, right? So we have total 6 jobs, so make one table with job number, profit, and deadline, right? And write down all the jobs in decreasing order of their profit, right? So here we write down job with decreasing order, right? First 20 associated deadline is 3, then 15 associated deadline is 1, then 10 associated deadline is 1, then 7 associated deadline is 3, 5 deadline is 1, 3 deadline is 3, right? So this is your first step. right? Now, step number two, right? So, step number two is find total position P is equals to minimum of n comma maximum di, right? So, n is equals to 6 and maximum deadline value is 3. So, minimum of 6 comma 3 is equals to 3, right? So, we have total 3 position available, or as or we can say that we can select 3 jobs, right, in our optimal schedule, right, or in our final solution, right? You can omit this step, right, and uh, you can do with the 6 box only, right? But if you follow this step, then it will be easier to find the final optimal solution, right? Some of the books they will omit this, omit these steps, right? They do the solution with the use of this n box only, right? Now, next is add ith job in this array at the index denoted by the deadline, right? Add the ith job in this array, right, by its deadline di, right? So first value of I is equals to 1, right? So we have to add our first job at which location in this array? That is on third location. Why? Because deadline for this first job is 3, right? So add job number 1 at position 3, like this, right? Now next job is 2 with deadline 1, right? So add job number 2 at position 1, right? Now next is job number 3, right? Next is job number 3 with deadline 1, right? Now position 1 is already occupied by the job number 2, right? And as a rule we cannot uh, so two jobs at a one time in your scheduling array, right? So we cannot allocate position 1 to job 3 because it is already occupied by the job number 2, right? Right? So we cannot assign the position 1 to job number 3 because position 1 is already occupied by the job number 2, right? So we have to reject job number 3, right? Next job 4 with deadline 3, right? So same position 3 is already occupied by the job number 1. So we cannot occupy or we cannot allocate the position 3 to job number 4. So we have to reject job number 4, right? But there is one condition, right? If just wait for 2 minutes. नेटवर्क બહુ આવું જાવ કરે. ઓકે. हाँ क्या था आइए ओके right now next job is job number 4 with deadline 3 right so we cannot assign position 3 to job number 4 because position 3 is already occupied by the job number 1 right but we can assign position 2 to job number 4 because position 2 is free right so assign position 2 to job number 4 right now next job is 5 with deadline 1 because but position 1 is already occupied next job is job number 6 with deadline 3 right and there is no more free space in the final scheduled array right so final optimal sequence for this jobs is 241 with total profit for job number 2 is 15 plus profit for job number 4 is 7 plus profit for job number 1 is 20 so total is 42 right so this is the optimal sequence for this 6 jobs with maximum profit 42 right so in this way you can assign the jobs right which gives you final maximum profit or you can schedule the jobs with maximum profit right so let us uh, do one more example for job scheduling right all of you solve this first problem in your notebook and give me the final optimal sequence for these 4 jobs right all of you solve this first problem and final give me the optimal solution for these 4 jobs write down your answer in the chat box so write down respective deadline associated with each job right then next is find the total position that is minimum of n so minimum of 4 comma maximum deadline is 4 so p is equals to 4 so you can uh, schedule 4 jobs to find the optimal solution right then next is create one array with 4 position right and your index starts from 1 to 4 right then first job that is with deadline 1 right so assign your job 1 at first position right then next job is job number 2 with deadline 1 right so you cannot assign job number 2 at position 1 right and there is no previous position left because uh, your schedule array starts from index 1 only so there is no previous position available right so you cannot assign or you cannot schedule job number 2 so reject job number 2 the next is job number 3 with deadline 4 right so at position 4 assign job number 3 right then job number 4 with deadline 1 right so you cannot assign job number 4 because position 1 is already occupied by the job number 1 right and there is no previous free space is available right so as you can schedule maximum 4 jobs, right? But because of same deadline for 3 jobs, right, you can only assign 2 jobs, or you can only schedule 2 jobs, J1 and J3, right? And sequence is 1 comma 3, right? Final sequence is 1 comma 3. And what will be the profit? 40
60.
plus 20, that is 60, right? So this is the solution for this first example, right? All of you clear with the job scheduling algorithm,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So let us discuss the algorithm for job scheduling with deadlines, right? So here algorithm description is, this algorithm is for job sequencing using the greedy method, right? D1 to N is used to denote the deadline, right? Then PI denotes the uh, job number, right? Then first step is sort all the N jobs in decreasing order of their profit, right? Second step of algorithm is find the total position P, right? To find the total position P, equation is P is equals to minimum of total number of job, comma, maximum deadline, right? Then third step is each position 0, 1, 2 up to P is in different set, and T of I is equals to I for 0 lesser equals to I lesser equals to P, right? So this is for creating the final optimal array, right? And that array index starts from either array index starts from 0 to B. Then next step is find the set that contains D, right? And let this set be K. If Tk is equals to 0, then reject the job, right? It means there is no available space in your array, right? Then reject that job. Otherwise, if space is available, right, then assign that new job to the position Tk, right? And if that position Tk is already allocated to some job, right, then find the set that contains Tk minus 1, right, and call this set L, right, and merge K and L value for this new set is the old value for TL, right? It means if position Tk is already allocated to some job, then find the Tk minus 1 position. If Tk minus 1 position is available, then you can assign the current job at that position, right? And at the end, return the value of array A, value T, right? And you can only insert any job in this array if it is within the deadline only, right? And the computing time taken by this algorithm is O(n) square, because the basic operations of computing sequence of array T required total 2 nested loops, right? So time taken by the algorithm is O(n) square. right? So this is about the job scheduling algorithm using greedy method, right? In exam, questions may be like this: using greedy algorithm, find the optimal schedule for following jobs with respective profit and deadlines, right? So you have to finally find the optimal schedule sequence with profit value, right? So this is the job scheduling algorithm for greedy method, right? Now, anybody has any doubt in this job scheduling algorithm?
No, ma'am.
Right? It is very simple algorithm. Is okay. So there is one announcement for you. Uh, your offline lecture starts from 31st of August, right? That you already know. So whenever you come for your offline lectures on 31st of August, right? Then come with your previous semester uh, fee receipt, right? તમે જ્યાં સુધીની ફી ભરી છે, right now you are in fifth semester, right? So you must have receipt of semester 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? But તમે જ્યાં સુધીની ફીસ ભરી છે ત્યાં સુધીની ફી રિસિપ્ટ લઈને આવજો, રાઈટ? અને જે તમારી પેન્ડિંગ ફીસ છે એ તમે ક્યારે ભરશો, that you have to inform us on that day, right? And try to pay all the fees before 5th of September.